Hello lovelies, today's the day. It's 11th of Feb, weather in the north, it's been raining and it's story time. I'm going to just read a little insert from my book and it's called Food for Thought. After teaching science for over 20 years, I'd lost count of the number of times they had talked about the laws of physics. So many brave and intelligent people had gone before me and made monumental discoveries. As I stood myself in their shadows, I wondered, was I worthy of my words? The answer in my heart was a definitive yes. For I bring to you my discovery, and I'm calling it Valentine's Law, a fitting name in my eyes. I had to get something out of those years, so I was hanging on to the name. After all, I was building an empire, and it needed a name that everyone would remember. As a Gen X, I knew Shirley Valentine was right up there in my memory. I was never going to forget her. It's simple, really, when you think about it. We are all in pursuit of love. The romantic kind, the let's get down and dirty kind, the stolen kisses in the night kind. But that, my readers, is not the love that I've found. Not by a long shot. After 2 marriages and a few blind dates along the way, I've found a divine love. A love so intense it literally blows my mind. A magical, mysterious love. This love that I've found is the love that I've found within for myself. Having allowed yet another person in my life to take it upon themselves to literally stamp out my soul, the imprints they left behind like the bottom of a Doc Martin, the ridges so deep, I knew I couldn't just ignore them this time. I knew I needed to heal. So, with an open mind and hope in my heart, I embraced the quest to figure out exactly who I was. That was the beginning of my discovery, unravelling the very intricacies of the universe within me and coaxing out into the light Valentine's Law. This law I knew was universal, and now that I'd figured it out, I intended to share far and wide how I did it. After what can only be described as a shit show of a life, one that on reflection I am certain most people would not have survived, I, Kimberly Valentine, am still standing and ready to share my journey. Not only did I survive, above all else I bloody well thrived. My story, I hope, will give you, the reader, a glimpse into where it all began. The people, the places and the events that shaped who I became, and then what became of me as this divine love within me unfolded. Saying goodbye yet again to everything and everyone that I knew in the south. I was heading north, a new village, a new adventure and a new beginning. Was I apprehensive? You bet I was. But you know what? I've learnt nothing changes if all you ever do is stand in the same spot, wearing out the carpet. All I wanted was to leave behind the sad memories, taking with me all the good ones. As far as I was concerned, the resentment and the loss were no longer needed in my life. I was on a quest to rid myself of it all, ready and willing to embrace whatever the universe had in store for me, feeling like Indiana Jones heading out into the great unknown. Where I would end up was anyone's guess. All I did know was that I needed to look inwards, and by doing so, I would learn to navigate a fresh new path. A path that had been written for me by my ancestors before I'd even got here. I knew that I needed to learn how to nurture myself. I could do it for others, so why not offer myself the same treatment? Having never experienced a mother's love before, I would just have to wing it for a while. But was sure I would get the hang of it in the end. After all, hadn't I helped and nurtured hundreds of kids over the years and raised one of my own? Did I always get it right? Of course I didn't, but I did my best with the version of who I was at the time. How difficult could it be to change? All I needed to ask myself was, what did I need and what did I want? As I started to delve into my own memories, I realised that every single person I'd ever been in contact with was there as a lesson. So many teachers wandering around in my life, but I never really thought of people that way. Why were they brought to me? What had they taught me? Was it about them or was it about me? Question after question reeled through my mind, day after day, night after night. At one point, I literally thought I was going mad. This quest is how I began my journey to being myself and realising that I truly was enough. I truly did matter. And that, my lovely watchers, not readers, because you're not really reading it, are you? Is my little story time for the day. And it really, really cements the beginning of this book that I'm writing, that I lost all the words, 67,000 words for. And I'm unravelling it all again. I'm going through the motion of remembering. I am the good, the bad and the ugly, all of it, whatever it might be. And for the first time in my life, I'm able to put pen to paper without shedding a tear, without feeling anything really, other than gratitude. Gratitude for the journey, gratitude for every single thing that has passed through me in my 58 years on this planet. Oh, Frank, you all right? Frank's getting involved. She's playing with her, she's got this little toy snake, it's very funny. That I thought was a carrot originally. But anyway, that's a different story. So, my lovelies, I hope you will have a wonderful, wonderful day. Don't forget to smile, because you truly, truly never know who might need one. And if you can help another human being in any way, shape or form, even just a little tiny bit, you never know whose life you might change. Sending you lots and lots of love.